So I noticed that in my first video that I made about introducing y'all to like how to, really start the dynamic between your sub. I noticed that I told you guys you need to have a conversation beforehand, right? Talk about the do's and the don'ts and the rules and whatnot. And I realized that I never really explained to y'all how that conversation should look, right? So, so I'm telling y'all, hey, look, y'all should have already had this conversation, but I never really like explained to y'all what the conversation should look like. Now, keep in mind, everyone's different. Okay, everyone's gonna have their own rules. Everyone's gonna have the things that turn them off and turn them on. Like I've done this video like a million times, right? So you should know, if you watch me, you should already know that there's vast amount of differences out there, right? So here are the questions that you should be asking your sub, or at least this is the questions I ask my sub. Take what you will from this. Um, First things first. Um, do they enjoy choking? Right? Do they enjoy choking? If they say yes, you then ask them, okay, perfect. What level of choking are you? Remember, there are four levels, right? If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. There's already four levels of choking. Ask them what level. Cool. Next question. Are you into impact play? If the answer is yes, bet. How do you feel about spanking? Cool. All right, what level are you? Remember, there are several levels. There's light slapping, and then there's bruising. Ask them what level, and then there's a spectrum between that. Ask them where they stand on that. Awesome. How are you okay with being slapped in other areas, i.e., face, i.e., boobs, i.e., thighs? Cool. How hard? Because remember, fellas, remember, asking someone if they like being choked, asking them if they like being spanked, doesn't tell you anything. It's too vague. That's like asking someone, hey, do you want something to eat? And they just say yes. Cool. What now? What kind of food? What do you want to eat? Food. That doesn't tell you anything. All right, you need specifics. Okay, you need specifics. Um, After that, ask them. Okay, cool. Do you like being praised? Do you like being degraded? Do you like a good mixture of both? Most women like a good mixture of both. If so, okay, cool. Do you remember, it's a spectrum. Do you lean more towards degrade? Are you like 80% degrade, 20% praise? Are you 80% praise, 20% degrade? Cool. Bet. All right. What names do you like? If she says she likes being praised, remember, not every woman is the same. I'm gonna keep repeating this, by the way, because there's always that one person in the comment. By the way, y'all be pissing me off. There's always that one person in the comment section be like, "Well, I don't like being called baby girl, so now I have to repeat myself every goddamn time." So once again, not every woman's the same. Okay, ask them, do you like being called baby girl? Do you like being called princess? Do you like being called queen? Do you like being called pretty girl? Baby, cool. All right. Go to the degrading names. Do you like being called a slut? Do you like being called a whore? An F toy? How okay, how degrading do you want me to be? Do you want me to just keep it at like just the names? Just the names? Do you want me to like go a little bit further than that? Do you I'm trying to think. So for example, if she's cheated on a partner before, like, do you want me to call you like a cheating slut? Do you want me to call you some bitches like kind of off limits for some most? Do you want to be called bitch? Do you want to be called cheating bitch? You want to be called a stupid bitch? Like, you gotta have these kind of because you don't want to find out during. You never ever want to be like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see if she likes this, and then you try it, and now she's uncomfortable, and it's a whole thing. So ask these questions. Ask these questions. Um, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I used to have a list. I used to have a list of all the questions to ask. Oh yeah. Um, This is also going to sound crazy, but this is something you need to ask. Do you prefer the D word or do you prefer the C word? Do you prefer dick or do you prefer cock? Because I used to think that the C word was strictly for white people. I used to think the C word was strictly for white people. I thought we didn't use that word. I thought we didn't use that word. And then I didn't get cussed out. I didn't get cussed out, but I most definitely I had a black lady tell me how like I can't be perpetuating stereotypes, and I got lectured. Okay, just know I got lectured for assuming that she didn't say the C word. So ask that question. Do you prefer the D word? Do you prefer the C word? And I say this because I don't know if I don't know what I can and can't say on YouTube yet, guys. Like I'm not monetized yet. I'm still in the process of getting monetized, or trying to get monetized, I should say. And I think once the monetization comes, they're going to be like, okay, well, you can't say this, you can't say that. But for now, they don't care, right? But if these videos do have the potential to make money, I just kind of want to, be careful and cautious of what I say. Yeah, ask them that question. Ask them, okay, cool. What are some things that you want to try that you haven't tried already? Now, I need to make this very clear. I need to make this very clear. The most important thing between a dom and sub is a safe space. You should not be judging none of this. The moment the moment you judge your partner for something that they are interested in, they are going to be like, yeah, I can't. I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. I tell y'all in my videos, and all my dynamics, every relationship, every situationship, whatever you want to call them, I've been 100% transparent. I've never judged ever. That's why they tell me everything, because they feel safe enough to. I know, I know. All my homegirls, I know their body counts. They don't feel like that's something they gotta hide from me, because they gonna be like, oh, well, he gonna judge me, and no, they already know this. They not like, oh, well, I can't tell him, I eat ass, because then he gonna call me shit mouth. Like that's not a thing. So just let y'all know, when you're asking these questions, be very. It's perfectly okay with being like, yes, I'm not into that. If she like, I want to eat your ass, be like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's not me. Say it like that. Don't be like, ew, what's wrong with you? You gross. As soon as you do that, as soon as you do that, you are ruining the potential slut that she can be for you. As soon as you do that, as soon as you do that, the everything in her nasty mind that she wanted to do with you, gone, or at least thought about doing with you, gone. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've never done it, but I've seen it so many times. That is the best way to shoot yourself in the foot. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, any fantasies you've had that you want to try before, any kinks, all of it. If they is there anything you want to do, anything you haven't done that you want to try? Is there anything you want to try that maybe you want to try again? This is how you have these conversations with your partner. How do you feel about restraints? Have you ever been restrained before? Handcuffs, rope, ankle cuffs. Like, you have to. These are. I'm trying to. Those. That's another question. Um, and she should also be asking you these questions too. All right. She should also be asking you these questions as well. All right. How do you feel about free use? Have you ever, like, there's so many things that go, and if I'm being honest with you, if I'm being honest with y'all, I ask even way more personal questions than this. I ask way more because here's my thing. One of the questions I ask, I ask, and you and let me cook. Let me before y'all start judging or whatever the case may be. Let me tell y'all why I ask this. I ask every person, okay, cool. What's the biggest you've had, and could you handle it? Cause I'm not small. I'm not gonna go into specifics of what I am. Just know it's a lot. It's a lot, and I've learned that. I mean, I've learned this like with a lot of women, not a lot of women. I've learned this with I've learned that with women, they'll say things like, I can like deep throat and I can like take it hard and I you can go as deep and as hard and as fast you want with me and I'll take it like a champ. And I'll probably give you a perfect example. My ex, my ex talked so much shit. She talked the biggest game you could imagine. I'ma handle you up and down, left and right. It ain't nothing for me. Listen, I take it. I got no gag reflex whatsoever. No gag reflex. I'm taking it all the way down here. Deep throat champ. You can pound me as hard as deep as you want. I might get bored. That's how she was talking. That's how she was talking. Come to find out, she's showing me this video of her getting back shots, and I'm like, who's this? And then she's like, this is my ex. Keep in mind, homeboy's like, and once again, this is no shade to him. It's not the size, it's how you use it, it's the motion of the ocean. But homeboy was like 4 inches. And I'm like, is he all the way like hard? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Keep in mind, she's only been in like at this was keep in mind, this was like 10 years ago. This is a long time ago. She'd only been in two relationships, one for like 5 years, and then another one for like 2 years. So she's only been with two guys, and she like would rush. She would rush from one relationship to another. So I was like her first experience being single, and we dated like 3 4 months later. So, but I digress. I digress. And he was the biggest she had. 4 inches was the biggest she had. And let's just say when it was time to put up or shut up, the 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 absence of gag reflex that she thought she had was no longer absent. Her gag reflex was actually very strong. Threw up everywhere. Um, Turns out she also, you know, could not have me go in as deep and as hard as I wanted to. Actually, if I'm being 100% honest with y'all, it took her like a solid year for like me to like really get past like the halfway point without like really like it was so like now my thing is so like now my thing is, fellas, if you're on the bigger side, ask them, hey, look, what's the biggest you had and like how did you handle it, because that should give you some kind of, okay, well, she's talking a lot of games. She says she likes it rough and she can do all these nasty tricks and stuff, but it's a different ball game once you get up in numbers. So if you're not insecure, if you're very confident in yourself and your ability to like please your partner, I'd ask that question as well. Um, I think that's like the genuine basis of it. I genuinely think that's like the genuine base of what that conversation should look like in terms of like what you're asking your future partner, things of like what they're into. Um, yeah, so this is also going to be the second part of the beginner's guide, how to have the conversation with your sub, how to figure out what they like. I'll come up with a title, whatever the case may be. But if you think I missed some questions, let me know. If you think I asked some good questions, let me know in the comment section as well. Hit the ring button so you know when you get so when I post a video, it sends it to you, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.